Happy Tuesday, Houston. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Kim Castro, and this is an extended look at your weather forecast. It's sunny and it's seemingly very calm today. There is one thing to note though. When we have sunny skies, we tend to have poor air quality here, and the reason for that is all the regular pollutants from our cars, from factories, they start to collect at the ground level, and the sun acts like a chemical reaction to that, and so it's not the best stuff to breathe in. It's a little elevated ground level ozone, and so for that reason, if you do have any asthma or respiratory issues like a heart condition or a lung condition, you are advised to not spend so much time outdoors on a day like today, especially not when it comes to outdoor exercise. That's because when we're doing strenuous activity, we tend to huff and puff a little bit more and breathe more of that in. So just keep that in mind for today. It'll also likely irritate your eyes a little bit, your nose, give you a scratchy throat, and that won't be the only thing that gives you those symptoms, because we are tracking again sky-high pollen levels in the tree category. Oak count is above 9,000 again for today. The other culprits, ash and hackberry. I'm tracking moderate grasses and mold spores, and the weeds, at least, those are low today. It's very high, our temperatures. We're going to get close to 90 degrees for today, a high right around 89 in Houston. It comes close to records, but they're safe. I think for today, the record to tire beat is 93 degrees. On our Wednesday, temperatures start scaling back a little bit because we're going to increase cloud cover. And then eventually those clouds bring us a shower chance starting on Thursday at 40%. So today you're not tracking showers, but we do have quite a bit of moisture. The humidity map shows us a lot of Gulf breeze coming into our direction. And so it is going to feel not just warm, but a little bit sticky. Eventually, the clouds move in for Wednesday, and then the showers move in for Thursday. Notice that a lot of the action, though, on Thursday is going to stay to our southwest. So think Corpus Christi down to Brownsville. I think those are the areas that are going to get the heaviest amount of rainfall. We will still see some scattered showers moving in our direction. And so keep that in mind if you're going to opening day for the Stros. It is already that time of year again. How exciting. Throughout your commute getting there, you're going to see some scattered showers by the time the game starts to get going. You still have a chance for showers really on and off throughout at least the early afternoon hours, and temperatures are going to be a little bit more comfortable because of the rain-cooled air. So I think during this time frame will only be in the low 70s at best. I think the high temperature on our Thursday only max out in the mid 70s. So your rain potential snapshot looks like this, staying nice and rain-free today and tomorrow. Then again, we start to increase the shower chances for Thursday. Most of the action to our south and to our west. Then the bullseye gets right on top of us for Friday, and that's why we have hiked up the rain chance on Friday to 80%. Notice our future track models really do have some brighter reflectivities for us, and it all has to do with the positioning of this low pressure system. So it's developing in the Pacific. As it traverses in our direction, it first is going to enter West Texas, and so the majority of the energy pushes just east of there. Once it moves closer to us and gets right on top of us, most of the energy is going to be right here in Houston, and so that's why depending on where it is in its track is when we're going to get the heaviest downpours. We do have a flood risk though both days, Thursday and Friday. I'll start with your flood risk on Thursday. If you live in north of town, Huntsville, Conroe, down to the Woodlands, you have about a marginal risk for street flooding, some ponding, some localized issues. Then as you get closer to downtown, to NRG, to the energy corridor along the I-10, that is when you do have to watch for some ponding or even some localized street flooding. We have a level 2 threat on the 1 to 4 scale. And notice all of Harris County, at least the majority of it, is going to be under a level 2 threat again on Friday. So that's going to be repeated days where we're accumulating quite a bit of moisture. And so that's going to be something to monitor for us here closely on radar, especially as we try to get to so many of our plans. We've got opening day on Thursday, and then we have the Cougs game on Friday, trying to get to those watch parties. You might encounter some issues. Today, if you have plans, you're not going to have any issues. 82 degrees. Again, if you do have respiratory issues, you want to not maybe go for that run today, but otherwise it's a pretty nice day. Sunset time is at 7:36, and once the sun goes down, we'll start to see a little bit of a cloud concern. I'll show you that in a second. Here's your hourly planner. So there's your high temperature right at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Notice for a good chunk of the day, we're in the mid and upper 80s. Even as we're nearing sunset, we're still at 82 degrees. Overnight temperatures are not going to cool all that much. In fact, you might have your AC turned on already. 66 degrees in Aldine for an overnight low, 64 in Jersey Village. If you are waking up in Pasadena tomorrow morning, you'll be at 66 degrees, at least mid-60s area wide. Now, if you do get up early to commute to work, keep this in mind. I told you that overnight clouds are going to be a little bit of a concern, not just the clouds above us, but low-lying cloud cover, which is fog. I am tracking the potential of some dense fog streaming in from the Gulf. So if you're going to catch a flight, say at Hobby Airport, even a Bush Airport, your visibility could be reduced to half a mile to a mile. Anything that is less than 2 miles visibility is something that you want to pay attention to. Plan extra time to get to your destination, keep the low beam lights on, and if you can avoid travel, and that would be the best case scenario, but I know some of us can't, so just keep that in mind. Thursday morning, we'll see some more development with the patchy dense fog, but at this point it's a little bit further north. So Huntsville down to Conroe, so travel along the North Freeway, you might run into a couple of visibility issues. So here's the big picture. 7-day forecast wise, today is warm and there's an air quality alert. Tomorrow, not as warm because of the clouds. Eventually those clouds bring us some showers. We've got a 40% chance for on and off showers on our Thursday, and then some heavier downpours that we have to keep track of on Friday. Notice this day is in red because I want you to pay attention to this one. Maybe avoid plans on this day so you're not having to get in your car and dodge some of the impacts that we might see from the repeated rounds of rain. We'll keep an eye on this day. Once we get the short range models in, we'll be able to give you more details as to rain totals or potential strong storms. Saturday and Sunday, we've got a couple of showers still lingering, but notice the rain chances really drop off and we're back to sunshine on your Monday.